I'm excited today to share a moment in time that happened to me today, but also to share with you the extraordinary journey that I have been on and how that journey helps my clients and allows me to have perception that I never would have had if I didn't go through all the intense and extremely difficult and challenging experiences that I have had in my life. So, this is about letting go of your image and embracing your essence. And to do that, sometimes you have to simply stand, sit, be in the middle of a void, a black hole where you no longer know who you are. You don't even know why you're on this planet anymore. And you're scared out of your mind. But I'll tell you that there is light at the end of that tunnel and at the end of that black void. Because if you have the courage, one, to transition in your life or in your career or in a relationship that isn't working, when you have the courage to change, you then have the possibility of losing that definition. However involved in your life definition, that occupation, that relationship, that was part of your life. And now you're saying to yourself, well, but what do I do now? Jump. Let me share what I mean by that. There is a quote that is very dear to my heart, and I don't think I've ever shared it with you, by Guillaume Apollinaire, the French philosopher. Come to the edge, he said. We can't, we're afraid, they responded. Come to the edge, he said. We can't, we will fall, they responded. Come to the edge, he said. And so they came, and he pushed them, and they flew. Isn't that beautiful? And that is precisely what I do as a coach. And what I love is when I surrender how I think things ought to be, because the more intelligent we are, the more we want to control things. And we're suffering the delusion of the fact that we think we're in control. I've told you this, that Pop used to say to me, baby girl, he was from North Carolina, baby girl, every time you think you got it all figured out, life's going to come whoop you upside the head. Well, yeah. It will, and especially when you walk away from a definition of yourself that you have held on to, whether it be a career, a relationship, a habitual something in your life, and you choose to let that go, or you get fired, or you get downsized, or you're divorced, whatever the transition in your life is, we are walking away from one definition of ourselves into another, but we're not in the new one yet. And so we're in this place of extreme discomfort. We are in the blackness, in the void. And two of my beloved clients are in that place right now, a place where I was almost 2 decades ago, and a place where now, because as a caregiver, I had to let go of my business because I couldn't do the intense work of both at the same time. Reinvention. And one of my clients really made me laugh when I said, well, I'm reinventing myself for the third time. And she said, what do you mean 3 times? I'm sure it's been more than that. And she's right. And she's right. But I will tell you that the hardest thing about reinvention, the hardest thing of extreme change, is that We are in that place without definition, that the image that we had so carefully cultivated all of a sudden has fallen away, whether voluntarily or it was done to us. Is anything ever done to us, or is it done for us? Food for thought. But in any case, to sit and remain still in that void and to allow. Oh, that word scares me to death because that means I don't have any control. I have to allow the carpet of what lies ahead of me to unroll itself. Oh, I'm used to crawling around on my elbows and knees and pushing the carpet so that it would unroll faster. It never works. So, what I invite you to do is jump because you will fly, as Guillaume Apollinaire said. They came, he pushed them, and they flew. I invite you to fly. I invite you, instead of running away from discomfort, to sit in the discomfort of your shadow, of your new definition, to put down the image of who you thought you were and embrace with all of your heart who you're about to become. Is it uncomfortable? Oh, baby, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Is it worth it? Oh, yes, it is. Because I can say to you that I have found joy rising in me because I surrendered. There is a joy that just surprises me. There's gratitude and there's joy, and they're the best of friends. And I am enrobed, wrapped in them every single day. I invite you to put down your image, the definition, the old definition of yourself, and embrace who you are now. Embrace who you are becoming. Embrace the essence of who you are, because that is your greatest contribution, and that alone is your legacy on this earth. Dear ones, I love you so much. Thank you for taking this time to share your precious time with me. Subscribe to this channel. Share this video. Love, money, and horse manure. No good unless you spread it around. I'm not going to dare define which one I am. All right, darlings. Audrea Firestone, speaker, author, coach, saying I will see you later, alligator. Mwah. Ciao.